You are sitting alone in a dark room. A single light bulb hangs above you. Something is in the shadows. You cannot see what it is. But before you understand anything, your body already reacts. Your shoulders tighten. Your breathing changes. Your eyes widen. Your heart begins to beat faster. This is where fear begins. Not in the dark, in your brain. Deep inside your brain is a small almond-shaped structure called the amygdala. It is your threat detector. It does not wait for logic. It does not ask questions. It does not care if the danger is real. Its job is simple. Detect danger, sound the alarm, keep you alive. And it does this fast, faster than conscious thought. Before you even know what you are afraid of, your body may already be preparing to survive. Your pupils dilate, your muscles tense, your breathing becomes shallow, adrenaline floods your bloodstream, blood moves away from digestion and into your arms and legs. Your body is preparing to fight, run, or freeze. This system kept your ancestors alive. When a predator moved in the dark, the human who reacted first survived. The human who stopped to think did not. So fear became fast, brutally fast. But here's the problem. The world changed. Your brain did not. 10,000 years ago, fear meant a predator in the forest. Today, fear can be an email from your boss, a phone notification, a bank balance, a public speech, a news headline, a comment on social media. Your body reacts like your life is in danger, but most of the time, it is not. Your amygdala cannot always tell the difference. A scary movie can raise your heart rate. A headline can spike your cortisol. A thought about the future can keep you awake at 3 in the morning. You are lying in bed. The room is safe. The door is locked. Nothing is attacking you, but your body does not know that because your brain can create fear from memory, imagination, and prediction. And sometimes the imagined danger feels exactly like the real one. Humans are born afraid of only two things: loud sudden noises and falling. That is it. Every other fear is learned. Spiders, heights, failure, rejection, public speaking, being alone, not being enough. Your brain learned these fears from experience, from watching others, or from being told what to fear. And what is learned can also be unlearned, but not by arguing with yourself. You cannot simply tell your amygdala to calm down. Fear does not speak logic. Fear speaks experience. That is why phobias feel so real. A person can know a spider is harmless and still panic. A person can know a plane is statistically safe and still grip the seat in terror. A person can know a room full of people is not dangerous and still feel like they are about to die before speaking. The rational brain understands. The fear brain does not. A phobia is not stupidity. It is a survival system attached to the wrong object. Somewhere, somehow, the brain made a connection. This equals danger, and once the brain stamps something as dangerous, it tries to protect you from it forever. Avoidance feels like relief. You avoid the elevator, you avoid the speech, you avoid the conversation, you avoid the memory, you avoid the place, and for a moment anxiety drops. But every time you avoid, your brain learns the wrong lesson. It learns, I survived because I avoided it. So the fear gets stronger, your world gets smaller. This is how fear builds walls around a life. The way out is exposure, slow, controlled, repeated. You face the thing in small steps. You stay long enough for the fear to rise. Then you stay longer until it falls. And when nothing terrible happens, the brain receives new information. This is survivable. Again and again, that is how fear changes. Not through one brave moment, through repetition, through proof, through experience. But fear is not only in the mind, it lives in the body. Your stomach knots before a difficult conversation. Your hands shake before a presentation. Your mouth goes dry. Your chest tightens. Your sleep disappears. This is biology. The gut has its own nervous system. Stress affects digestion. Cortisol affects immunity. Chronic fear changes the brain itself. Long-term stress can shrink the hippocampus, the part of the brain involved in memory. It can weaken the immune system. It can make you more reactive. It can make calm feel unfamiliar. Many people do not realize they are living in chronic fear. They call it stress. They call it being busy. They call it normal life. But a body that never feels safe eventually starts to break down. And sometimes fear does not leave after the danger is gone. That is trauma. Something overwhelming happens. The body survives, but the brain records everything at maximum intensity. The sound, the smell, the light, the feeling. Later, something small triggers it. A loud noise, a street, a face, a phrase. And suddenly, the person is not remembering the danger. They are back inside it. This is what trauma can do. It turns the past into the present. Trauma is not weakness. It is not drama. It is the nervous system trying to protect you from something it never fully processed. And healing means giving the brain new information. The memory is real, but it is over. You are here now. You survived. Fear is also social. We learn fear from other people. A child watches a parent panic around dogs. The child learns dogs are dangerous. No bite needed, no personal experience needed. The nervous system learns by watching. Fear can pass through families, through silence, through behavior, through tension in the room. A child raised in unpredictability becomes an adult who scans every room for danger. They sit with their back to the wall. They overthink every tone of voice. They apologize too quickly. They feel unsafe even when nothing is wrong. This is not personality. This is adaptation. A nervous system shaped by fear will keep searching for danger even after the danger is gone. But fear does not only come from family, it comes from systems. The news sells fear. Every headline is urgent, crisis, danger, threat, emergency. Your amygdala hears those words and reacts, even if you are sitting safely on your couch. The modern media environment gives your ancient brain more fear than it was designed to handle. Your grandparents heard about local problems. You hear about every disaster on Earth in real time. Your brain was never built for global panic delivered through a glowing rectangle in your hand. And the media knows fear works. Fear holds attention. Fear gets clicks. Fear keeps people watching. So fear becomes a product. Social media does the same thing. The algorithm learns what keeps you scrolling. Outrage, fear, comparison, conflict. It gives you more of what activates you, not what makes you healthy, not what makes you wise. What keeps you engaged. You compare your normal life to everyone else's highlights. You post something and wait for approval. Low likes feel like rejection. Your brain treats social exclusion like pain, and the machine keeps feeding the loop. Your attention is the product. Your fear is the hook. Politics uses fear too. Every era has an enemy. The enemy changes. The mechanism stays the same. Be afraid. Trust us. Give us power. We will protect you. Fear makes people more tribal, more reactive, more obedient, less likely to think carefully. When fear rises, critical thinking drops. A frightened population will accept things a calm population would question. Surveillance, emergency powers, censorship, control. Fear expands what people are willing to tolerate, and corporations understand fear just as well. Advertising often begins by making you feel incomplete, too old, too poor, too unattractive, too unsafe, too behind. Then it sells the solution: a product, a plan, a subscription, an upgrade. You are not always buying what you want. Sometimes you are buying relief from anxiety someone else created, fear of missing out, fear of aging, fear of rejection, fear of being unsafe, fear of being irrelevant. Fear has become one of the most profitable emotions in the world. So the most important question is this: who benefits from your fear? Does this fear protect you, or does it control you? Does it come from real danger, or was it installed? Because not all fear is bad. Real fear is useful. It tells you to step back from the edge, to leave the dangerous place, to protect your body, to listen carefully. Fear is information, but fear is not instructions. You do not have to obey every alarm your brain creates. You can pause. You can breathe. You can ask, is this danger real? Is this fear mine? Who gave it to me? What would I do if I were not afraid? That pause is power, because between fear and action, there is a space. And in that space, freedom begins. There are ways out. Movement helps. Exercise burns stress chemistry. It teaches the body that activation can end. Breathing helps. A slow exhale tells the nervous system that the threat has passed. Writing helps. When you write fear down, you turn chaos into language. You make the invisible visible. Exposure helps. You face what scares you gradually until the brain learns a new response. Meditation helps. You sit with thoughts without reacting to them. Over time, the brain changes. The amygdala becomes less reactive. The thinking brain becomes stronger. But none of this means fear disappears. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is action, while fear is present. The brave person is not fearless. The brave person feels fear and moves anyway. They breathe. They think, they choose, and slowly fear loses its authority. The world will still offer fear, the news will still scream, same. The algorithms will still push outrage. The politicians will still point at enemies. The companies will still sell insecurity. But you can move through it differently. You can decide what deserves your fear. You can separate useful fear from manufactured fear. You can protect yourself without being controlled. You can listen to fear without letting it drive. Imagine two versions of the same person. One is small, crouched, surrounded by screens, shadows, warnings, and alarms. Every system outside him is fighting for control of his nervous system. The other stands in the same world, same dangers, same uncertainty, same brain, but different relationship to fear. He understands it now. He knows where it comes from. He knows how it works. He knows who profits from it. And most importantly, he knows fear belongs to him, not to the media, not to politics, not to corporations, not to algorithms, not to the past. To him, fear is information, not instructions. And once you understand that, the world does not become perfectly safe, but your mind becomes yours again.